The modern church has a pride problem. Unity is a serious problem for Christians. It's bad enough that division is already a worldly problem, but we can't seem to get it together in the church either. There are countless scriptures that discuss unity. But what is unity? Let me give my personal definition first, followed by a biblical one. My definition of unity is when people of all races, genders, sexual orientations, religions, and backgrounds can come together as one while loving God and loving our neighbor despite our differences and disagreements. And a biblical definition: the spiritual oneness of believers functioning as a diverse body with one purpose under Christ. With over 40,000 denominations in Christianity alone, that tells me we have a serious problem. There are many religions with different rules, regulations, and doctrines, and that's fine. You can still have differences and remain a united front. But honestly, I think this is less of a unity problem and more of a pride problem. Everyone wants to be right all the time at all costs, even if it comes at the expense of other people. I can already tell you that that's not of God. God does not reject, shame, nor dehumanize people for being different. And unfortunately, many churches in the United States do all three. And what's worse, many of them genuinely think they're doing the right thing. Anything that brings harm to another person should make us stop and reflect, even if we believe that we're right. A perfect example of this is when Jesus healed a man on the Sabbath and the Pharisees got angry. But Jesus responded, "Which is lawful on the Sabbath? To do good or to do evil? To save a life or to destroy it?" Life mattered more to Jesus than religious pride and legalism. I'm going to use the LGBTQ community as the example here because I'm part of that community. So I understand firsthand how painful and frustrating this can be. Most megachurch spaces or evangelical spaces in America right now do not accept me or people in my community because the Bible has a handful of passages that have been mistranslated, misinterpreted, and misused for centuries. Many people don't know us. They don't know our stories, our backgrounds, or what we've been through. Some automatically reduce us to our sexuality and dehumanize us before ever getting to know who we actually are. Personally, I have not experienced church hurt directly, but I've heard heartbreaking testimonies of people being mistreated, abandoned, kicked out, ostracized, and disowned. None of these reflect the character of Jesus, and none of those things create unity. Because of the way many churches treat people in our communities, some are left isolated, depressed, anxious, homeless, suicidal, and feeling like even God doesn't love them. This is controversial. I understand that. But no one person is greater than another in the eyes of God. We are all human beings in need of God's grace. Some people might not like hearing that, but it's the truth. You may think you know God, but honestly, one of the best ways to get to know God is to truly get to know people, because God reveals more of himself through people that we may be too stubborn to understand. I used to hate myself for being gay. When I was younger, I was internally homophobic, and I hated everything about gay and trans people because I didn't want to accept the person that God made me to be. But eventually, I let all of that go. I learned to love and accept myself, and I've gotten to know some incredible people in my community. And I want to continue meeting more because these are God's children too, brothers and sisters in Christ. Above all else, we're called to love. And I think that might be the command the modern church struggles with the most. Let's learn to become one in Christ, because he loves every single one of us deeply. If you'd like to continue growing with me spiritually, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.